And we are live. Good morning, crypto warriors, and welcome back to the Gym of Crypto, episode 701, as we begin the road to 800. Today is Wednesday, April 14th, 2021, and I'm King.
And I'm Bitcoin Zay, and we are here to bridge the gap between cryptocurrency and the community Monday through Friday at 10-ish.
At 10-ish. And today's top story is Coinbase coin stock reference price set at just $250 as 1,700 staff get free shares. Exodus wallet raises almost $60 million in crypto and regulated offering. SEC's Pierce updates safe harbor proposal for token sales and NFTs by mail. U.S. Postal Service plans to support postage tokens. Wow. First and foremost, let's take a look at these parabolic prices.
Oh, yeah. So jumping into our prices for today, Bitcoin sitting at $63,625, up 1%. Ethereum at $2,343, up 5%. Binance at $555, slid 2.2% today. Ripple at 172 is up 2.2%. Cardano at 141 is up 3%. Polkadot at 4111 is down 0.08%. Uniswap at $34 is down 2%. Litecoin at $262 is down 2%. And a new entrance into the top 10, Dogecoin at 12 cents is up 63% in 24 hours. So these are your price updates for today. Again, a lot in the green. We're seeing some pullbacks on some of these projects, but Doge, of course, doing its thing with the pump, and of course the dump, which came soon after.
There it is. All right. And I'm assuming today is another slow notification day as I see people slowly rolling in here. So I'm assuming everyone is just getting those notifications. It's actually funny yesterday on our 700 show that the buffering started. We haven't had buffering issues in forever.
Ever. That's why I said it must have been too hype. Yeah, that was YouTube. It was too hype of a show. That was like. Yeah.
All right, what's going on? Elihu Bila Real. I might have mispronounced that, so excuse me. Cheek. Sissy, Alfonso Clark, Fanteezy 731, Slamp Alamo, Antonio, Robert Kelly, Notes from Jew. Hello, 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 as everyone joins. Of course, the top story today, we're going to be talking about Coinbase going public. The price has, of course, reflected that with that nice little Bitcoin stimmy package that hit early this morning. But we are looking at Coinbase's coin stock reference price set at just $250 at 1,700 staff get free shares. Now, first and foremost, I will say that dip might not be as strong as a dip as we thought, because that price point at $250 doesn't allow for a lot of wiggle room. I thought they might actually come out at anywhere from 50 to 75 to $100. But I guess that $100 billion valuation was like, no, we need our money. We need it now. Yeah. So, I mean, again, this is I think this is a pretty high price to start off with. What's Tesla right now? $700?
Actually, yeah, 800 on the way to 1,000.
800. So you got Coinbase reference price coming in at $250 again, received ahead of the NASDAQ direct listing, values a thank you gift to all 1,700 full-time employees at $25,000. So again, shout out to Coinbase for being the first crypto exchange to go public. I think that's something big. We are seeing that being reflected in the price today. And what are your thoughts on what's going on right now as Coinbase prepares to officially go public?
Oh, yeah. So the pre-trading price of Coinbase on FTX is actually at $600. And the reference price of $250 is from the NASDAQ. And this is simply because they have a valuation of $65 billion, with other estimates ranging between $68 million and $120 billion. This $250 price, honestly, to me, is good for the early investors. I think there will be an early push, just like most listings, there's an early push, and then people are going to cash out. Excuse me. And then once these people cash out, I'm happy for people like Nas, who was an early investor. Nas, he's going to probably be almost a billionaire. Some of these other names you may not know, but also the 1,700 employees that received a gift in the form of stock options, which is valued at about $25,000. So shout out to them. They each got 100 shares each, no strings attached. And for those employees, I'm sure this is a great day as well. 25K just to wake up in the morning. Hey, that's beautiful. So I think it's great for them to go IPO. It legitimizes it in the face of people who need legitimacy. For those of us who don't, or who understand that Bitcoin is fine without it, we do see the value in it. But honestly, long-term Coinbase, not sure which direction they're headed, but I think this value is pretty low to start.
I will say that, the good part about this is that At this point, Coinbase can't lose. And the reason why is because there is, I won't say no or impossible. It is very improbable to drop a $90 billion bag as it will be worth, they think, coming in today. Again, people, anything over $1 billion, if you fumbling that bad, like that's a big problem. That's the government going to put you in the dark hole for the rest of your life problem. So again, I think Coinbase is going to be fine moving forward. I'm going to, I still think we'll see a dip in this first quarter. It is a possibility that it does go parabolic though, based off of the price and the fervor alone. We saw that literally in the last 24 hours when you see Dogecoin pump essentially 80%. With no new fundamentals after it's have these updates the last few weeks and after it's been pointing out that, hey, we can keep printing more Doge, it still continues to pump. So again, that shows that fervor. I want to point out here, the exchange is going public via a direct listing instead of an initial public offering, meaning the reference price is not a direct indicator of the company's market cap. It simply implies a valuation of 65 billion, which is below other estimates ranging between 68 and 120 billion. So again, the valuation at $250 is a reference price at $65 billion. We know supposedly they have been valued up to $100 billion. I don't know where that 120 came from. I think that was one of Coinbase's own. But it's important to note that because if that is only 65 billion of the 100 billion is worth 65% of that, they're saying the opening price on average for some of these other bigger names that have taken place on New York Stock Exchange, looking at Spotify, Slack, Asana, Roblox, actually went up 37% above their reference price. So they're saying if that happens for Coinbase, it can put its price at $340 with a valuation of around $90 billion. Now, again, that would show that it would be an early pump as soon as everything hit. And I guess we'll just have to see how long it lasts for. I don't know. Even with the fervor of today, today's pump, yesterday's pump, the next couple of days, the rest of this week, it's going to do two things. It's going to set us up for an explosive weekend or a bloody weekend. This weekend might be red across the board if this week continues to pump as it is, just based off the news of Coinbase. Because remember, nothing else has happened but the news of Coinbase going public.
Yeah, I mean, and what comes with that is, what if we have a huge spike up to 70K really quick? Everybody gets exuberant and happy and counting their money, and then, like you said, then a huge smackdown right back to where we were because of leverage. Could see that happening because, again, this is just good news for their industry, but people take it as crypto news.
There it is. All right. I will say those tokens on Coinbase and Coinbase Pro should be pumping here in the next month or two, though, people. So make sure you're paying attention to that. What's going on? Chantel, Leon, Cairo's Action, Patrick Walter, Les, Square, New Jersey in the house, Fumble the Face, Wendy Nichols, Whistle Tones, Too Rich to Miss, William Justice, and One Play Five. Your Jiu-Jitsu Crypto E. Antonio said Coinbase equals overpriced. And again, something to consider, people, unless you're just doing it for the novelty or if you want to be involved in that stock offering. Again, you have to look at Coinbase, $250 a share. We know it should pump, but even if it does get that 30, let's pump it up. Let's say it gets that 100% pump, right? It goes from 250 to 500 whole bucks. It sounds like a Bitcoin cash pump to me when it first got dropped and released, right? Early dip, everyone sold, came back a few days, week later, started pumping up a fraction of a Bitcoin. I want to point that out because, again, unless it's for the novelty, that 250 per share of Coinbase stock, I mean, honestly, it could buy you some Dogecoin, right? It could buy you so many other projects in the crypto space that are solid projects. I mean, I hear people all the time talk about Chainlink. Chainlink is still under 40 bucks or around 40 bucks. Everyone talks about Theta. That was at like 12 bucks last time I mentioned. Or if you're into that BNB coin everyone likes, right? If you're into BNB, you think their future. I mean, honestly, even at the price point BNB is at now, it could still have a higher return than the Coinbase coin shares itself as well. So there's so many other projects. My only thought is, unless you're doing it for the novelty of it, I'm not sure why you would specifically just want that stock itself.
Just about Bitcoin.
Right, 64 ECG, Erica K, Allison Thompson, Timothy the Grisby, Quarter Crawler, Fumble the Face, Enoharu Ima, Abdullah Mulazim, Grand Risings, PFC Wheels Up Track, Lucy, Cavs Credit. Yeah, I mean, I like what you just said about buy more Bitcoin. Again, people, all of these projects, I want to hammer on this one more time for removal. When we talk about these projects, we are not falling in love with the projects because we're trying to look at your ROI. We're just trying to look out for your ROI. So again, a lot of these projects are doing great things right now. There's a lot of pumps. Don't spread yourself out too thin. Whether you're getting 10% from 10 different projects or you're getting 10% from one project, it's still 10%, people. So don't spread yourself out too thin. And I would say to look at those different fundamentals there. What's going on? Whoa, be easy. Good morning. Thanks for making the stream. Mr. G, greetings from Inglewood. Gotta holler at you, Mr. G. Actually, in Inglewood quite often. Of course, Naja has her Bitcoin blockchain plug shop down there as well. So you already know it.
Blues Lover, he just talking about I can reach out to Dave Portnoy at Barstool. Hey, I'm not reaching out to anybody with them baby soft hands that sold at 11,000. Man, he's not even close to our level. He need to reach out to me. He can stick with stocks. He can come over here. I'm not talking to baby hands Portnoy.
Oh, because he said he's promising to buy crypto today.
Man, whatever,
I had
man.
some
You
people
bought it
text me
before.
last night. Was like, I had a bunch of people text me last night saying I'm buying crypto or crypto this and crypto that. I'm just like, like to me, people don't understand how disrespectful it is to text me right now in 2021 talking about crypto right now. Like, for one, it's just so disrespectful.
Yeah, it's disrespectful at this point. I'm ready. Oh, you are? Okay,
I bought my first $20 of crypto 2021. Let you know, King. It's like, all right, I get it, people. I get it. If I show you my account, you wouldn't feel so liberal to text me all the time. Like, stop feeling like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yeah.
I'm here for you, but come on, this is disrespect at this point. Don't tell me 4 years later about your $20. I told you about that $20 when it was $400.
Hey, it's $2,500 an hour. So let's start there. So
there you go. Exodus wallet raises almost $60 million in crypto and regulated offering. That is right, people. If it sounds like yesterday, that's because it's happening all again. You know, we read the news stories and they watch us and repeat. So it's just this big circle we like to go in. But Exodus claimed record share sale is set to be shattered by Coinbase later today. That's funny, as I don't know what that they would actually put that in the article. Crypto wallet provider Exodus has raised more than $59 million in just 5 days. 5 days. People, this is what we mean by making sure you're on top of your crypto. In 5 days, Exodus was able to reach $59 million as investors flocked to participate in the public offering. Exodus Movement Incorporated, a firm based in Delaware, began selling stock on Thursday in a sale that was approved by the United States Securities and Exchange Commission. The shares were listed for $27.42 a piece. Now, we did talk about this in depth yesterday. We had Lisa from REI actually come on and tell you her thoughts. I agree, and I like her fundamental breakdown of it, as well as somewhat of a technical as well. But again, we just said Coinbase is coming in at $250 a share. Again, the market share is way bigger than Exodus. A lot more people know about Coinbase, but the market share will still shift, I believe, to Exodus because it will become the second major crypto company to go public. People naturally will look at Coinbase. Too expensive, $250 a share already. You know, if it does have its early pump, $340 a share, too expensive. But what is this Exodus, $27.42? Oh, they actually have a working app. Oh, wow, I actually like it. You can trade cryptos in the app. All these positive things about it. I agree with Lisa. I think that 2742 could honestly can go ×5 in a short period of time. It is nothing for 2742 to turn into 150, 200, like literally within the first couple of weeks of this thing going public. If people find out about it, depending on what Exodus marketing team does with that $59 million. So that's my thought.
Oh, yeah. And I think Coinbase is listing, again, perfect timing, because as soon as they see Coinbase is listing, they say, oh, yeah, it's another one that's cheaper. Human psychology that's going to flood Exodus wallet. And I love that Exodus is getting this ability because Exodus is better than Coinbase.
They really are.
I mean, if I had to choose, I would choose Exodus all day. When people talk about ease of use, Exodus is easier. You don't have to log in with the KYC and all that stuff to start. You just download the wallet, start. That's the easiest platform or easier platform than Coinbase. So shout out to them. Hopefully they can raise as much money as possible. And I'm sure that price will be probably 10x in the next decade or so. Easy.
Yeah, for sure. Let's see. PFC Wells Trek says, so isn't the argument that buying in on the company dealing with crypto lowers the risk and volatility of the direct crypto itself? I would say no, honestly, because the volatility is going to be there, whether it's going to be sooner or later. And what I mean by that is if you have to enter the crypto market, which I think where we're at, CBDCs, XRP, whatever your thing is, you have to enter the crypto market. So if people are still trying to lower risk, mitigate risk, say I'm going to buy Coinbase, I'm going to buy Exodus, I'm going to invest in MicroStrategy, whatever. If you're trying to mitigate that risk and the day comes where we do have this DeFi credit, this crypto credit, and all this other stuff that they're trying to build around crypto. And the question comes down to how much crypto do you own? And you're like, well, I got MicroStrategy, but I got Coinbase. They're gonna be like, all right, look, sell it and transfer me over your crypto. Like, I don't know what this share thing you're talking about, unless the one thing I would say about it, we haven't seen this yet. And I might be breaking, listen, I'm breaking news right here, Zay. I think this is the future right here. This is the future, people. If Wall Street will wrap their head around it, what if you could trade shares and swap shares the same way you could crypto? And I think that's upon us as places like Binance starts to list fractionalized tokens of Tesla. They're doing it with Coinbase, we saw today. And I think I saw one more they're going to do as well. We are getting to the point you might be able to cross atomic swap traditional NASDAQ shares.
Let's go. Mind blowing.
Crazy. Could you imagine that, where you just like, oh, I don't even need to leave the stock market. I just traded my AMC for my GameStop. I just traded my GameStop for my MicroStrategy, like literally cross atomic swapping that. So again, to fully answer the question, I don't think it will lower the risk and volatility. It might lower the risk and volatility in the short term until people realize that they actually don't have crypto, and it'll just once again make it more volatile again.
Absolutely. And I think cross atomic stock swaps is literally something we should probably go trademark later today.
Yeah, it's CAS. Cross atomic swaps. I like that. Stock swaps.
Ooh, cross atomic stock swaps. Why not? I mean, instead of trading it back in for cash and then trading it back and then buying some more stocks, you just swap them out. That would be, I think that'd be super dope. So any developers out there that want to help with this, we can create a CAS exchange and we'll get it going.
I think that's the move right there. Chantel Leon said a lot of the Black community didn't know about this or understand it. Now everybody chest hurt, including mine, LOL. A lot of the world didn't. And it's unfortunate because this is the future of the monetary system. It is what it is, people. It's just better than what we're doing right now. I don't want to trust some Ned Flanders at some bank who works with some government regulator, who works with some politician, who works with somebody from China. No, I'm just playing, but seriously, I'm not trying to trust all these fourth, the fifth different people. Like, I just want to trust the numbers. I want to trust the technology. Okay, it's as simple as that. Let's see. James Jetson said we will definitely be trading shares of publicly traded companies. Synthetics is creating versions of all stocks, EFTs, and derivatives. There we go. Yep. Robinhood is trying to do that as well. Said PFC Wells with CAS. Oh, it's trademark. There we go. CAS. 2 S's. Let's do 2 S's, right?
Yeah.
Cross atomic stock swaps. Boom. There it is. All right. SEC's Pierce. Listen, CoinDesk. Shout out to CoinDesk. They dropped the crypto mom. It was about time. SEC's Pierce. Look, hey, they calling her about who she is now.
Exactly.
Updates safe harbor proposal for token sales. That is right. The updated proposal adds a number of new reporting requirements for startups.
Oh, yeah.
On with SEC Hester Pierce, the quote unquote crypto mom who's always trying to make our lives better in the crypto world.
Oh, yeah. So the former crypto mom who gave herself the nickname, which is weird, Hester Pierce, has an updated version of her proposal called the Token Safe Harbor Proposal 2.0. She came out with this proposal first in 2019, suggested a 3-year grace period that would let blockchain projects actually develop their networks or tokens after raising funds. So sort of a sandbox for them to operate with the funds that they have raised. Under the proposal, the company could sell tokens before building the project, but they will be exempt from federal requirements as securities issuers register with the SEC. They will provide updates every 6 months, and they will find outside counsel to explain whether their network could be considered decentralized at the end of the grace period. So this 3-year grace period never actually went through. What they actually did was they went after ICO companies and just literally took their money, sued them, shut the company down. And again, this grace period that they're trying to put it like this, people, while they're trying to figure this out, people are still building. That's the problem, is that it took
and going to jail.
And going to jail. It took 2 years for her to make a part 2, because again, the crypto economy is so fast. She had to redo everything, but it's too slow because now you got new companies coming and they're just now getting around to ICOs. It's like, what? The ICOs is 4 years ago. So again, Hester Pierce, she's trying her best. I see what she's trying to do, but again, when you try to work too close with the government, at some point you're going to hit a wall, and that wall definitely is the sandbox that has not come about yet. But hopefully, it's a good faith provision, like she says, and they're trying to actually help blockchain companies or Bitcoin and crypto companies have some sort of clarity. So we'll see. again, we'll
I,
see.
I like the positive outlook. I'm calling BS right now. I'm
Yeah,
calling cap. Here's the deal, people. For one, you're talking about the government. We already pay them, so I don't know why they're always trying to look for more money. But that's what they do. They're just looking for more money. So I don't think this is being done with good faith at all. If it was being done with good faith, they would be more in an observing stage than a doing stage. But I'm glad you pointed out. For one, they said it's going to have this 3-year grace period. We know that's not true. As you said, companies have already been extorted by the SEC. People have already been thrown in jail. There hasn't been a grace period. And secondly, my issue with this whole thing is, again, people stop. We have to stop letting regulators dictate to us what's going to be considered legal. Look at this. Yeah. Tuesday's version would require companies to provide updates to the SEC every 6 months and find outside counsel to explain whether their network could be considered decentralized at the end of the grace period. Okay,
exactly.
Couple quick things. First, we're talking about brand new innovative companies and developers and all that stuff. Vitalik Buterin created Ethereum at the age of 17. You mean to tell me, and he's not the only one developing. There's plenty of 15 through 18-year-olds developing right now and creating the next big thing. It will be soon to be I already met some people in LA who like, yeah, my kid been in crypto. He's 16. He up 750,000. These are real stories, people. These are not fake stories. So you mean to tell me you're going to make a 15 through 18-year-old say, we know you have this new technology. We know you're trying to start a new business and do all that. But hey, you need to find outside counsel. We know we don't even teach this stuff in school, matter of fact. We don't teach none of these principles in school for you, but we're going to put the onus on you to hire outside counsel. Again, in the crypto space, you're paying anywhere from 30 to 50K to explain to the government. So again, this makes no sense. You're going to hire a private attorney to go against the SEC to explain to them and the rest of the government why your project is decentralized. I'm going to tell you the one and only metric to know if your project is decentralized right now. Did you make a lot of money? Because if you did, it's not decentralized. We're going to
exactly.
If you didn't, then it is. Oh, you only made 9,000. Yeah, that seems like a decentralized project to me. Oh, yeah. You put in 50 plus million. You put in 100. Oh no, that
sounds pretty centralized to me.
Sounds pretty centralized to me. So to me, that is their only metric for centralization. I strongly disagree with this because, as you said, you got hurt in the middle of a bull run updating. And I will say shout out to them for putting it on GitHub at the very least so everyone can see it. I mean, you should, since it's coming from public regulators, but you literally have regulators trying to dictate to us how this market is going to move when she just, as you already mentioned, she just had to update it because the stuff she put from 2019 is old. It's happening too fast. Listen, she's talking about ICOs, people. ICOs were sold 2017, first of all.
4 years ago. Man.
Like, just to give you an idea, I know we have a lot of new listeners. The market has matured to the point, and I'm not about to give you all the bells and whistles. There is so much going on in DeFi right now. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, at the beginning of the year, I was still learning about some of the different things in DeFi because I wasn't sure how big it was gonna get. Since then, I've learned. I am telling you, people, the money being made in DeFi. If you're in the DeFi market with your portfolios right now, then like the last 24, 48 hours haven't really surprised you because what you just saw, the pump that's just happened, these pumps are happening literally weekly in DeFi right now from the different projects. There's always a new project. There's always a new best thing. As long as you hook onto it early enough, you can see yourself make 3 to 5 times return. So again, like you said, this is old. They keep trying to regulate water. Essentially, they're trying to regulate the ocean, saying we're going to keep all this water together. And it's just like, you can't, because every time you try, it's technology. Someone's making the next newest best thing and you're behind. So that's my soapbox for her.
And I would say my analogy with the SEC with people is they kept asking us, do we got McDonald's money? And one day we finally said, yes, I do. And then they were like, well, we ain't going to McDonald's. That's basically what happened. Because it was like, yeah, you got to do this, you got to do that. And it's like, yeah, well, now we got money. Now what? So, I mean, this is all a joke to me. And I don't understand their reasoning outside of the fact they want to keep their job.
Hey, you got me laughing because I already know where that's from. Hey, you had me 14, 15 years old. Oh, you can't take my TV. You said go buy one. I got it. Now bought one. What's up?
Hey, you said, hey,
not in your house. Hey, now you're trying to kick me out of the house because I show some responsibility. All right, how are we playing the rules right now? How are we doing it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I can't do it in your house. All right, bought my own apartment. Now what? Well, you still.
Now all of a sudden you want me to come live back home?
Now you want me to come visit? I don't want to hear that.
Make up your mind.
Exactly. Crypto mom, make up your mind.
Yeah. And you know what? You're right. Crypto Mom is a name for her. Oh my goodness. I see why now. Wow. Mind blown. That
Oh
is her
yeah.
name.
Mhm.
Let's see. Jay Patchy said, I'm thinking Nas is going to buy 100 million worth of Bitcoin today. We glossed over that, but I'm glad you pointed out Bitcoin today. You said Nas was an investor in Coinbase. People, $100 billion possibly of a valuation. I mean, everybody about to walk home with some money. They said they had 1,700 employees. And it's funny, they went ahead and gave them the reason why they gave them that coin share because they don't want nobody suing. They're like, hey, you accepting them shares, right? That was your consent.
Get your ass out.
If I worked at Coinbase, they give me them shares, I'm sending them right back. Nah, this not even the right amount, player. I've been here way too long.
I need at least a few thousand. Yeah,
this
I need
is
a few
not.
thousand shares, bro.
This can't be the right amount right here. Go ahead, you take that back, and I'm gonna wait for that MicroStrategy Bitcoin bonus at the end of the year when y'all sell this company. Let's see. James Jetson said Exodus raised $60 million in 5 days with their public offering, with 80% coming from non-accredited investors. Only 10 million left. Get in ASAP. That is right, people. I told you about it yesterday. I didn't jump the gun on it. They offered it to me like I said, a week or so ago. But you know me, I saw paperwork. I was like, look,
I ain't got the time.
Why y'all seriously, exactly. I started thinking about the return. I'm like, look, I ain't got the time. Like, why y'all trying to be in everybody's money business? I don't get it. Let's see. Chantel Leon said, who the heck are these non-credited investors? People like myself, Chantel, people who've been using the app for a long time. Exodus is trying to sneak people in on the low too. I ain't gonna call them out, but they like, hey, we know you've been doing some things on our app, and we want you to be involved with this sale. We don't know your business, but we want you to involve this.
But we know your business, yeah.
But we know your business. And here's the thing about this Exodus, people. I want to make sure I reiterate this. For myself already, I am planning to fully migrate off of Exodus with the exception of things that are being actively traded. I am sorry, as proud and happy I am, as proud and as happy as I am for this crypto company, it is going public board of directors, public offerings. I want to know all the information top to bottom. By law, you're allowed to know all the information top to bottom. And I don't know how deep they're going to go on the data side of it again. That honestly, to me, that seriously scares me. That a wallet would go public. It's one thing to see like an exchange like Coinbase being promoted as an exchange early on go public, but you have to remember the likes of Exodus wallet. And I can't remember. I'm pretty sure they came out after cross atomic swaps, as a lot of these wallets did, because they need the technology. For those who don't know, cross atomic swaps is just the ability to trade one crypto in the wallet from another crypto. But my point is that things like Exodus were just supposed to be wallets. The only reason they have exchange added on is because of the technology of cross atomic swaps. So to me, it was a little, what's the word? It was a little shady for them to market themselves as this wallet when instead you're actually in exchange with a lot of different pairings. So I'll say that. But also, I mean, maybe it was a good idea that they did it and that they're going public. I think they got the tap on the shoulder because the government probably said the same thing I just said. They was like, hey, it's interesting you guys said you're a wallet, but it looked like an exchange to me.
Look like
I'm pretty sure they was like, hey, we going public. All right, we are an exchange. We're going public. How about that? We'll pay your money back in 6 weeks.
Hey, get your stock options down. Get yourself back. Yeah.
Exactly. So I don't know. I will say that again, I like Exodus. They've done a pretty decent job. I knew something was up, like I said, a couple of months ago when you couldn't trade in it, when stuff was pumping. And last but not least, like I said, I would not keep the majority of my crypto in Exodus personally, because when they go public, I don't know. I think they might give that grace to everyone who got out. But if you're still in, report. I want to know every account over 9K. I want to know it.
Yep, exactly.
All right. Last but not least, as we wrap the show, NFTs are still in the news. NFTs by mail. U.S. Postal Service plans to support postage tokens. Bitcoin, Zay, what's going on with the U.S. Postal Service?
Oh, yeah. So it looks like the USPS will soon be stepping into the NFT market, not to release artwork or music, but rather to help customers purchase postage. In an announcement Tuesday, Communications as a Service platform CaseMail said the USPS had certified its postage NFTs for use in the United States. The tokens are digitally stamped by the USPS e-postage labels and the physical item being mailed, creating a verifiable chain of custody for digital and physical assets. Everything is recorded on the blockchain, and the process is seamless. The quote here from CaseMail founder and CEO, using NFTs help protect the process that's both familiar and important to everyone. Mailing a letter or package helps demystify this important new technology. So for those of you who kept saying NFTs is nothing but a JPEG with a QR code, simply because you need a third party to verify that QR code, trust is what you need. How many people here trust the post office? Everybody. So I keep telling people, I was like, even though NFTs isn't necessarily decentralized, they're not going away. All you need is that trust factor to come from big companies, big institutions. And whenever they bring out their NFT, their stamps or whatnot, you're going to be using them, and they're not going away. After a while, people won't even call them NFTs. They'll just be known as what they are. So shout out to the USPS, looking forward, and case mail as well. The NFTs aren't going anywhere, people.
Yeah, shout out to that. And you know what? I think this would be huge, actually. I mean, the postal service stamps, people, they're stamp collectors. Stamp collectors are huge. So I'm not sure how it's going to work, but if you do have an option to buy an NFT postage stamp, I know they said they're just going to use it for blockchain as far as mail. But if there is a market for it, I think it would be like it would be big as trading cards, honestly. So again, these are the things I talk about, people. We talk about where I like to see this, because this is a way where the government doesn't have to take your crypto. They don't have to tax it. They don't have to steal. Just put it on stamps. There's so many ways for the government, like literally within 30 to 60 days, to up their crypto holdings to the point where it's like, all right, they're a force. It was all right, that's still the government. They got the most crypto out of everybody. There are so many ways for them to do it still with, like I said, just stamps, postage stamps, through NFTs, buy them through crypto. There's so many ways rather than them tax us and come after us. But again, that's not the American way. We all know crime is big business here. So I think it's more of a cultural reason why regulators and governments doing what they're doing. And hopefully we can help this cultural shift happen, because again, there is no reason for the government to be going after private citizens when it comes to how much crypto they're buying, selling, trading, taxing. None of it. It's just no reason, people. It wasn't real in 2016. I'm still living in. All right, I'm done with this. All right, PFC Wales, Postal Service was the first U.S. agency to bring in QR codes. I know the person who helped implement it. Oh, that's pretty cool. That is cool. Untwisting the Game, Crypto said, yep, plenty of use cases for NFTs. And I saw another good one. Let's see, someone else was mentioning Exodus. Yep, S1 Dubs was saying the allure of the big money is too much for most business people. That is true. And again, Exodus fell down to it. I get it, but the good thing I can say is I hope after they get their check, they get their money, they come back and they create something else good for the community. Exodus decentralized or something next. They're like, look, we know we gave the first one away. We got the free one for you all still, though. So we'll see what happens. Other than that, you got anything else for day Bitcoin's Day?
Nothing for me. You all have a great hump day.
Happy hump day. Other than that, that's the show. Make sure you smash that like and share. And we will see you all some more tomorrow, some more Bitcoin news. And hopefully we'll have some new updates on this coin. What is this thing called? I don't know the name.
IPO. Yeah.
What's their name?
Coinbase IPO.
Coinbase IPO.